All right, today we're going to be talking about how to prepare for your class session. I'm going to be telling you some things that I think, in fact, I'm going to be telling you my top two things that I came up with when it comes to how to best prepare for your class session. But I want you to know that I have something extraordinarily special in store for you. I have actually gathered some of the brightest minds that I know, and we had a in-depth conversation about how to start a class session. So I'm just going to be giving you my little tidbits here, probably nothing even close to the information that is going to be shared with you in that video. So if you get anything out of the two tips that I'm going to share with you today, just wait. In about 3 weeks or so, I will be releasing the first ever episode of the Education Roundtable, Trade School Edition. So, without further ado, what do I think it takes to start a class session? And I really thought about this because I personally think the most important thing that you can do as an educator is start your class session correctly. But you can't start your class session correctly if you aren't prepared. So, thing number one, I think that you must prepare for your classes. You have to over prepare for your classes. I believe that when we are looking at our classes, we're going through our lesson plans, we're figuring out what our PowerPoints are. Sometimes we get in the habit of wanting to talk at people. But as you're going through your class, I really challenge you to critically think about your own class and put yourself in the mindset, in the feeling of the people who you're going to be instructing. And really just take heed, take note of whether or not you think they would enjoy the way that you have your class set up. You want to have them give you information. You want to have them tell their stories. You want to have this experience be a true educational journey, one that they are able to participate in, not one that you are talking at them. I think that we've all been in class sessions in which we've been talked at. Nobody wants to sit there listening to that one person in the front of the room, think that they know what the heck is going on, and they have just been talking at them for hours. Maybe it's been like 5 minutes, but it seems like they've been talking at them for hours. So as you're going through those lesson plans, really think about the questions you could ask a person to elicit conversation. Really think about those open-ended questions. Really try to think about what's going on in the world right now. How can you take what current events are going on and make them meld into the lesson plans? How can you take current events and just bring some life in, random moments? For example, I don't know what this is, but I've seen all the cool people doing it. So, I'd probably toss that in from time to time just to get a laugh or a giggle. Or, 21, can you do something for me? I'd probably toss that in too because people might recognize the song and the lyrics. Be creative. You get a chance to be creative as an instructor. And if you're a new instructor, I want you to know that it's going to take you a long time to compile the information and the tools you need to be able to quickly look at your lesson plan. It's never going to be quick. That's a lie. I think that it doesn't matter if you're a new instructor or an old instructor. You should always be going back, looking at your lessons, critically thinking about them, and giving your students the best possible experience they can have. All right, thing number two, because thing number one was long-winded, but that's me. Thing number two, how to best start your class sessions. And I don't think you just start your class session. I think you have to be the energy. I think you must energize your class session. Your class will follow your lead. And remember what I just said a few minutes ago, that you don't want to, well, you want to put yourself in the shoes of your students. So if you were a student, would you want to come in and hear your instructor complaining about how their day is, or complaining about how tired they are, or complaining about all the things they have to do? No. Okay. If I'm a student and I'm in your class, I'm bored of you. And if you're bored, why the heck are both of us here? Let me go home. Okay. So you're going to have to be able to put on that professional face and that professional facade and bring to the classroom the experience, again, that experience, big word for me, that your students deserve. They deserve a well-rounded, educational, fun-filled experience. So, if I had to pick the two things that I think you need, one, I think you need to over-prepare. I think you need to ask all the questions. Ask them, look through. What questions would you have if you were a student? And two, don't start your classroom session. Energize your classroom session. And on that note, I can't wait to release the first episode of the Education Roundtable. We recorded a few, so I'm giving you some little tidbits here, and the information that has been shared so far in those is gold. So stay tuned for that, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.